Quiet talk now.
So today I'm reviewing the new movie, The Last Jedi. Star Wars, The Last Jedi. I'm a big Star Wars fan, have been all my life. I watched Return of the Jedi in the movie theater. It was awesome. When I was young, I had all the toys. I had like the X-Wing fighters, and I had Vader's spaceship. I had Luke Skywalker, the Jedi Luke Skywalker, not Tatooine Luke Skywalker. So I had to see The Last Jedi, even the name, The Last Jedi. And I gotta say, I'm not happy about this movie. So I'm just gonna go through the things that really ticked me off. And I'm gonna go through it by just analyzing the characters. When the movie started, they were all rebels and they were running from the Empire. Now, I actually thought the Empire was destroyed, so I was confused when I found out they were right back to where they were in Star Wars Part 4. So let's go down to the characters. Kylo Ren. He is, in my opinion, the worst villain in the history of all villains. He's definitely the worst villain in Star Wars. I mean, any other villain in Star Wars would kick Kylo Ren's ass. Kylo Ren lost to Rey in Force Awakens, and at that time, Rey hadn't even learned how to use the Force yet. So he's a horrible fighter. He's a horrible villain. But not only that, he's a whiny, moody, suicidal, crybaby villain. I've never seen anything like it. He is a horrible villain. He kills his father to prove his badness, right? Then refuses to kill his mother. But then somebody else kills his mother, and he doesn't really care. Then he kills his boss to save the girl. But then he tells the girl to work with him to kill his mother. She refuses, so he tries to kill the girl that he just saved by killing his boss. Bipolar. This dude is a weirdo. Kylo Ren, the worst villain in the history of villains. And you know the worst part? He is now the ultimate villain. Apparently, since they killed off Snoke, who I'm going to talk about next, Kylo Ren is it. He is the Empire. He is the bad guy that they're going to be chasing in the next part. And who wants to watch that? Like, I don't want to see that. I already know he can get his ass kicked by Rey. I already know he cries and smashes his helmet. Anakin Skywalker would kick his ass. Darth Maul would kick his ass. I mean, forget Jedis. Dr. Evil would kick his ass. So let's move on. Finn. I really liked Finn in The Force Awakens. He was funny and quirky. He really liked Rey. He was kind of infatuated with her. That was a little annoying, but it was part of the movie. But in The Last Jedi, he didn't need to be in the movie. His scenes were completely useless. This movie ruined it for me because I really liked Finn in the last one. Not so much in this one. Snoke, the evil master of the dark side. He was like this massive figure. He could use the Force through a hologram. Like he was using the Force on people through a hologram. He didn't have to be there. I don't know how he came about. We know nothing about the guy. I don't even know if it's a guy. He looks like some weird alien. But he died. So you don't need to know anything about him. He died in the stupidest of ways. He was tricked by Kylo Ren, the guy that couldn't beat Rey, the guy that cries all the time and throws tantrums. Yeah, that guy killed the baddest emperor. I mean, say what you want about the prequels, but at least in the prequels, they gave you the epic fight scenes that you desired. At least in the prequels, the bad guy fought Yoda.
Master Yoda,
Count Dooku.
you have interfered with our affairs for the last time.
Right? Remember that scene? That's what you want to see. That's why you watch it. You know, this is not a real story. This is not a true story. So we know this is not real, but at least give us what we want. Give us the fight. Like this evil guy, I thought he was going to fight Luke Skywalker. Obviously, The Last Jedi, I thought was going to be Luke Skywalker. I watched him grow from A New Hope to Return of the Jedi, and now in this new series, I expected him to be even more powerful than he was in Return of the Jedi. They destroyed Luke Skywalker in this movie. I was the biggest Luke Skywalker fan. They destroyed him. He was on an island the entire movie. Old, scared, hiding out in an island, refusing to train anybody. And you know what else? He tried to kill Kylo Ren, and apparently that's what turned Kylo Ren bad. This is a guy that refused to kill his father. When he was standing in front of the Emperor and he could have died, he'd rather die than kill his father, Darth Vader. And now he's going to kill Kylo Ren for something he's going to do in the future? And then apparently Kylo Ren kicks his ass. Kylo Ren that can't even beat Rey was able to defeat Luke Skywalker and destroy his Jedi school. Doesn't make any sense. Can Luke Skywalker beat anybody? He can't beat Kylo Ren. He can't beat Rey because, get this, he fought with Rey on the island and Rey kicked his ass too. Rey, somebody who has never learned anything about the Force, was able to beat Luke Skywalker, the last Jedi. And Rey, I never liked her in the first movie because she didn't deserve all the power she got. She wasn't trained in the Force. How could she beat all these people? Just think about all the people who had to train. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he had to be an apprentice. He had to train before he was able to be as good as he was. Anakin Skywalker, he had to be an apprentice. He learned everything he had from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Luke Skywalker, he learned from Obi-Wan Kenobi. He learned from Master Yoda in order to become the Jedi. Kylo Ren learned from Luke Skywalker. Learned from Snoke in order to become the Jedi. And Rey just wakes up and is a Jedi and can kick everybody's ass. It ruins the movie for me because Luke Skywalker has been ruined. Luke Skywalker was a hero of the first movies, and now he's just an old geezer who tried to kill his nephew and is a hermit hiding away in a rock somewhere. He's not the last of the Jedis, but he is the worst of the Jedis. Leia. I don't have much to say about Leia, but apparently, just like Rey, she's able to just gain superpowers that other Jedis have to train for. I remember how hard it was for Luke to move anything with his mind in Empire Strikes Back. And here's Princess Leia, after about 60, 70 years of her life, never being able to use the Force for anything. Now she uses the Force to fly through space. I'm not kidding. There was an explosion that threw her out of the spaceship. We all thought she was dead because she was, out in space. But she uses the Force to fly to another spaceship. I don't even know why Jedis even use spaceships at all. They should just use the Force to fly from planet to planet. How could Han Solo and Princess Leia give birth to tantrum-throwing Kylo Ren? A few more things. C-3PO, no show. Nothing about him in this. R2-D2, virtually nothing. There was a lady who was in charge when Princess Leia was blown out of the ship. I don't remember her name. She had purple hair. She stayed on the ship to save the rebels as they got on other ships to head for a planet. And she sat there while 3/4 of those ships were blown out of the air before it occurred to her that she should ram the starship and save those people. If she had done it right at the beginning, they would all be alive. There's no point to see the next movie because everything was said in this movie. 2 thumbs down. Ruined the franchise for me. May the Force be with you.